Hello and welcome. It's a lovely, lovely day. It just had a little rain shower, but that will soon be a thing of the past, as today is the day that I start running out of time, so I have to start heading towards Perth today. I've just left Airlie Beach, which is the equivalent of Queenstown in Australia. It's about 4,700 kilometres from Airlie Beach to Perth via Alice Springs. Start off carrying on up the coast to Townsville, then hook a left, follow the A6, pretty much perfectly horizontally really. I think from here all the way to Alice Springs is tarmac, so I can knock off some good distance over the next few days and hopefully arrive in Alice Springs ahead of schedule. Gives me a little bit of extra time to get to Perth, because that is a dirt road, which means running very slow and steady and taking forever. As for filming whilst riding, I probably won't be doing much of that because the button on the back of this camera now has completely broken and it's super difficult to get this camera recording and stop recording now. It's pretty much impossible to do it off the button, off the back of the case. After that, stop, pull over, take it out, start it, put it back in, ride on a bit, stop, take it out, turn it off, put it back in again. Yeah, lots of lovely mountains and stuff in the background. That's the main road and we are near the top now. Almost at Townsville, so we're just about to turn left now. And my neck / shoulder is very painful indeed. Yes, a neck injury and partying late every night. Probably not the best way to kick off a 4,500k journey. We're at Townsville, about to turn inland now, so we're going to say goodbye to the ocean for a couple of weeks now. And be on our way towards Tennant Creek or something like that. It's literally just one road until that, which will take about 2-3 days or so. There you go, we've left the B doubles behind and we've now entered the land of the road train. There's got 3 trailers on both of them, good 53 metres I think that sign said back there. So yeah, trucks are going to get bigger, heavier, longer. We're definitely going into the Outback now. So I've come inland now by about 2 hours now I've been riding, and there's a fair few things that are very clearly and obviously notable. Firstly, the sun. It's a lot hotter than it was about 2 hours ago. Very hot. It's also a lot drier than it was about 2 hours ago either, as well. There's no humidity in the air. Going off the clouds, they don't rain that much. There's a lot less of them. It's still grassy, it's still green, but it's a lot less green than it was. And when you do see patches of like bare grass or bare ground where there's no grass, it tends to sort of look very dry and arid, not very good quality soil. Also the trucks, pretty much since I've left Townsville and pulled onto this road, all the B doubles have completely disappeared and it's just been nothing but road trains, mostly 3 trailers. A few 2 trailers and a fair few 4 trailers as well. But yeah, B doubles are no more. It's all big full-size Arctic trailer road trains, 2, 3, 4 trailers big. So this is the campground in Penton village or town or wherever it is. Small little place, but yeah, sun's setting. Few people here. Nice little place. Have some dinner, go to bed. Do it all again tomorrow. Good morning. Everyone else has just left in about the last 20-30 minutes. It's pretty empty here now. But yeah, there was only about 2-3 other people here yesterday, so it's not a crazy busy campsite, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just before 9 o'clock, or just after 9 o'clock, so it's about the earliest I've ever managed to get away from the campsite, I think. And I hope to crack on pretty good. I want to smash out about 600-700 odd Ks if I can, because it's going to be a busy day, and I didn't quite make it roughly quarter of the way yesterday. I think the next town over is around about quarter of the way, which is about a 2-hour ride. And then I need to make up more time after that as well. So I'm going to try and get there to Alice Springs in 4 days if I can. But yeah, got the last few bits to pack up. Well, say that, everything's on the bike. I've just got to put my gear on and the bag, and then we're good to go. So I've just been riding about an hour and a half, so not an extreme amount, but it's still fairly cool. And yeah, I mostly just pulled over to check what town's ahead, because my GPS isn't tracking me at the moment, so I'm having to go old school and read the map instead. But yeah, I've just pulled up here, and a couple of these road trains have just pulled up. The 4 trailer ones. So it's a full-size trailer, and a little B double one, then full-size, or the A trailer, and then the B trailer on a B double at the back. So you've got full-size being pulled, and a dolly, full-size dolly B double. And I just asked that driver over there, the gross tonnage on this is about 150 tons. But anyway, I've had a look at my map. I know there's a couple of fuel stations ahead that I probably can get fuel at, because some of these towns only have like little basic ones, and I'm not sure if they stock the 95 octane that I need, and I'm not sure if this driver's just about to go. If he is, that'd be cool, so we can go watch him. Takes a while to get any sort of speed going, doesn't it? I'm just on the edge of a town called Richmond, and this is where I'm going to be filling up with fuel at the Shell garage. In fact, I can see it just over there, because I haven't really got any left, so that should see me for quite a while yet. Hopefully they'll also do some food, because I'm going to stop here for lunch, and it's getting pretty hot now. So I would like to get to this garage so I can strip all my gear off, otherwise I'm going to overheat pretty quick. Land of the road train. Now, as you can see, I won't be here for very long, so I'm now being swarmed immediately by flies. So yeah, I don't know what they're after, salt maybe, but yes, this is further into the outback. It's still surprisingly treey and green. There has been a severe lack of hills and mountains for quite some time. Since I've left Richmond, that's for sure, but I can see on the horizon there's some small hills just over there. Yeah, try and stop for a break and you get hassled by something else instead. But yeah, where are we now? It's 4:30 in the afternoon, so if we were in Brisbane we'd have about half an hour of light left. The sun would almost be setting. As you can see, it's still well into the sky. It's probably going to be near 6:30, 6:45 tonight that it finally sets. What else? Where are we? Just a little bit. Half an hour or so after Julia's Creek. Cloneg, something or other. I forget what it's called. Mount Isa is the destination for today, though. It is Cloncurry is the next, and then Mount Isa after that, which is about halfway. And still not crossed the border into the Northern Territories yet. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock and I have decided to call it a day because I'm getting tired and it's been a long day. We're about 1,157 kilometres in now. I'm still being annoyed by flies. And there's this lovely little rest area here about 50 odd kilometres from Mount Isa. So I thought rather than carry on trying to get to Mount Isa, I'll just pull in here because I know I can park up and get a space and whatnot. And then I can watch road trains go by up and down the road all night. I'm starting to feel I've been missold the Outback. I was promised if I went into the interior of Australia I'd come across barren wasteland and desolate and die of exposure within minutes and need like half a ton of food and water and stuff and like that. And look at it. It's lovely. It's gorgeous. There's plenty of towns with food and petrol and stuff and rest areas. I don't know what people are on about, honestly. Maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago it was like that, but not now. So yes, I'm going to pitch up about there on that bit of grass, eat some dinner, watch some YouTube, because despite being in the middle of nowhere I have a full phone signal and my other phone is actually able to identify where we are, so at least the GPS on that one's working. But yeah, big day tomorrow. We cross over into the Northern Territories tomorrow. I think the clocks go back about half an hour, so it'll now only be 25 to 6 at this time tomorrow. Looking at my map tomorrow, there's a big dead zone apparently, or at least according to the map. Like there's no fuel stations for a good like 500-600 k's from Mount Isa to Tennant Creek and then Tennant Creek down to Alice Springs. So I'll see if there's any signs on the edge of town that say sort of last fuel for this many kilometres, and then I'll make an assessment as to whether I need to top up with extra fuel or not. But anyway, that's it. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Try and go to bed early, try and get up early, which is not proving easy so far. But yeah, I think I might just eat some of the stuff out of my bag that doesn't require cooking or heating up. So that saves me a load of faff heating up on the stove and all that. Apart from that, try and get some rest. Another long day tomorrow. But anyway, morning. I probably don't look the best. I got woken up quite a lot. A little bit of pain in the neck still, and all these road trains running up and down through the night. Incredibly noisy. It's unsurprising though when the engine's got to work that hard and you've got about 18 or 21 axles of tyre roll. It's going to produce quite a bit of noise. But anyway, we're just outside Mount Isa. We're going to try and knock off another 600-700 k's today and get to Tennant Creek, which is the bit where you turn south to head towards Alice Springs. Yes, I had a look at my map, but there are actually a couple of other fuel stations on that road, so it's not as desolate as it initially looked. But yeah, apart from that, have breakfast, pack up, try and get going as soon as possible. It's 7:20. 8 o'clock would have been nice, but I doubt that's going to happen. I can't move particularly quickly with my neck like this, but yeah, we're pretty much good to go once I've had breakfast and packed up. So we should at least be 8:30 at the latest, I think. Fire up the engine, get it warming up. Oh, good to go. Let's get out the gap. There we are at the edge of the town, Camu wheel 185, and I've done 433k. So in order to get to there to fill up with fuel, I need to get to about 600 kilometers, which will be the absolute limit of what I can do. But I still have 2 pips of fuel left, and even on reserve I could probably get towards 100 k's. So I reckon I've just about got enough. But yeah, there's our destination, the first sign I've seen, Alice Springs, 1,155 kilometres. We've done 1,228 since we left Airlie Beach. If you've ever wondered, why am I not just doing this in one big stint? Why do I keep stopping at night? Well, firstly, I can't be bothered. Secondly, kangaroos, and more importantly, cows. Because in the last hour I've seen 2 dead cows at the side of the road, which is fine for a road train, but for a little teeny weeny little motorbike, 1/4 ton of motorbike meeting 1/2 ton of cow, that's not going to work out too well. So that's probably the biggest reason I don't ride at night. And yeah, having a quick break because my arse hurts and my head hurts from that helmet. And then we'll crack on, try and get into town, see if I have enough fuel. I should do. It's fairly efficient when it's just cruising along at 100 k's an hour. If I can get the fuel to slop. Ah, there's loads in there still, loads in there still. And here's the first vehicle since I've stopped. Boom! Never in doubt. So this is the outskirts of Camu wheel or whatever it is. That place. So we've started off somewhere down here. There's that the Whitsundays down there. All the way to there. And according to this map, from Townsville to Tennant Creek, it's 1,550k. To the border, which we're pretty much at, is 1,000, so I've got 550k to do today if I want to get to Tennant Creek. And it's not quite midday yet, so it is possible. Whew. Made it! This is the Northern Territory. As you can see, I'm being given the once over by border security, just to make sure I'm absolutely clean. No drugs, no paraphernalia, anything like that. So I'm sure I'm fine, thank you. But yeah, once these have all done what they need to do and I've got my passport stamped, I'm clear and free to go into the Northern Territory. That is more of a ceremonial sign, because the actual sign is these 2 smaller ones. There's a little one there and that one facing away from us, that's the actual border there, and that strip of concrete in the middle. And then you see there's another ceremonial one on the far side for Queensland. About 500 odd k's to go, until Tennant Creek, and then that's me done for the day. But yes, I'm pretty sure border security is done. I'm clean, thank you. Better crack on. Not much to it. Travel in a straight line for 500 odd kilometres under baking sun. That's pretty much it. So because we don't have a phone signal, I've broken out the GPS attachment for my phone. It's pinged us about here, and we're literally just down the road, 22.5 miles down the road from the only other settlement in any close proximity, Barclay Homestead. So between Barclay Homestead and where we started off over here, there is literally nothing in between. And then from there up to there is again absolutely nothing. But that is where I am in Australia. Townsville is there, so I've covered all that in 3 days. Alright, good evening. As you can see, the sun has literally just set in the last minute or two. Oh, the flies. Can't wait for the temperature to drop so they get too cold to do their thing. Yeah, didn't quite manage to make it where I wanted to. I was hoping to get to the T-junction with, was it Bruce Highway or something like that, aka Tennant Creek, but we didn't quite make it. It's about 50-60 k's to go, so I mean, we didn't lose any ground on what we had to go yesterday, but we didn't make any up. But tomorrow's not too an extreme day. It's only about 500 odd k's. Yeah, I better get my tent set up pretty quick because that light is fading fast. So this is where I'm going to be for tonight if I don't get eaten alive by the flies, and hopefully see you in the morning if I still have both arms and legs and my eyes available. Yes, moon's up, sun's pretty much gone. I think we've started reaching the magic mark because all the flies have just suddenly disappeared like a cliff edge. Still a few around, but they're not a massive swarm like they were literally just like 20-30 seconds ago. It's like a cliff edge. Flies, 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 poof, nothing. Strange, but you know, there's something they don't like, the lack of light, the lack of heat or something. I have no idea, but they've suddenly just disappeared now. It's pretty much dark, and I've just experienced my first encounter with something that could potentially kill me. I have no idea what on earth kind of spider that is, but it is sat on top of my pannier. Whee! And that is where all my sleeping stuff is, so if you could kindly move, I can get all my stuff out and into the tent and then zip it up because it's over there unzipped at the moment. So if you could kindly move. Oh, it's got a grip and a half. There we go. That's got it. Go on, get out. Good morning. As you can see, the flies are already out. Try and have breakfast, pack up and get going as quickly as possible because these flies are very annoying. I wasn't expecting them to be up quite this early, but yeah, you can see them all over the tent trying to get the warmth of the sun this morning. They seem to be reluctant to go into the tent at least, so I've got a little bit of a safe haven at least to eat breakfast. There's the official way up and there's the motorbike way up. I'm still being hounded by flies. Oh, surprise, surprise, no traffic. I don't know why, but my GPS has started tracking me again. Oh well, I'll take it. And as you can see, for some reason it seems to be a tradition to dress the termite mounds in shirts and t-shirts and jackets. So there's one over there with a blue t-shirt. There's some stripy one on that one, a greyish one, and then there's a big shirt over on that one there, and someone appears to have stuck some branches into the termite mound, so it's got some arms on it on that one. So some people are being particularly creative. I've already been discovered by the local flies, so I'm going to make a move. Welcome to what is the most basic rest stop I have seen in my entire travels of Australia. There is literally nothing. There's 2 bins in the middle and that's it. Not even a tarmac surface or nothing like that, but we still have flies though, which is surprising. I thought we'd have left them behind now because we've pretty much been steadily gaining altitude for quite some time now. Just a little bit over 2,100 feet. Yeah, it's like a super flat gradient, you can't even see it. But we've been steadily climbing for like the last 3-4 hours, pretty much since we left Tennant Creek. What else? Yeah, there's not really much in the way of features. There's, what, 2 roadhouses, Thai Tree, which is big enough that it's almost bordering on a village, and the second one that I've just passed, Aileron or something like that, which offers pretty much everything. Hotels, food, fuel, whatever, camping, this, that and the other. But yeah, not too far to go, 140, 160 k's now until Alice Springs, so just over an hour. Can you get off the lens fly? But yeah, not too much going on. This cairn marks the highest point on the main route between Adelaide and Darwin as determined by the Lands and Survey Branch, Northern Territory Administration. A.R. Miller, Surveyor General, Northern Territories. Erected 1962 by A.M. Sahariv. 2,370 feet I've got on my GPS. As always, the flies are ever present. So yeah, from here on in, it's downhill all the way. And welcome to Alice Springs. Similar to Tennant Creek, there are flies, but there are 99% less flies. So they are manageable and bearable, at least. But yeah, searching for stuff on Google, things to do in Alice Springs, really only says 2 things. That over there is Anzac Hill, which is one of the places that you can actually get a view of Alice Springs. And this here is Billy Goat Hill, which no one comes up, and it's not particularly that amazing. And then just behind the hill down here is the Reptile Centre, and they are really the only two things in Alice Springs that get mentioned. Everything else is out in the desert. I think this place is mostly here as a sort of major rest stop on the way from north to south or east to west. So you can rest, restock, re-energize, resupply, fix anything that's gone broken or whatever. Pretty much what you see here, that is the main hub town centre. That's where all like the big shops and that are. That's where I'm going to be doing my food shopping very soon, and I've got to get petrol as well at some point. But this has been the first half, so was it 4 days, 2,444.8 kilometres according to my motorbike, and that was the easy bit because it was tarmac all the way. So tomorrow there won't be tarmac all the way, and there will be a little bit of tarmac because they've built some for like all the tourists so they can get to Kings Canyon and whatnot. And then after that I'll be heading to Perth, and as soon as you get past Karajuta it turns into a dirt road, and it's pretty much that for a significant distance. I expect at least 3 or 4 days to be riding on nothing but dirt from start to finish, so that'll be a first for me. I have ridden on dirt before, but only for like a couple of hours or so. I've never spent the entire day riding on dirt. And I also think it's a little bit further to go from here to Perth as well, so I might have to do an all-nighter or two. We'll see as we go. It could be touch and go whether I get to Perth or not in time, but oh well. We've got a few things to see first. First is Kings Canyon, but we've got to get there first. So you can take the long route, 500 odd K on tarmac, or as I'm going to do, the short route, which involves a bit of dirt road. Might as well get some practice in since we're going to be on it for the next few days anyway.